welcome to my channel. In this episode I will be reviewing an African violet called Kay's Summer Plum Smash. It was hybridized by Hajner and registered with the African Violet Society of America in 2016 under the registration number 10853. What you see in front of you is a young plant. I received it sometime end of spring, beginning of summer as a young starter, and it is now in the middle of its first bloom. This is a standard variety with medium green, slightly wavy, serrated leaves. They're very pretty and shiny, and it is now about 11 inches in diameter, and I imagine that the rosette will keep growing a little bit more as it matures. The flowers are semi-double and double pansies. They are violet two-tone, and they also have purple fantasy. Let's zoom in a little bit on the blooms. The fantasy pattern looks almost like a leopard print on this. It's very pretty, and it gives the flowers a very vibrant look. The violet color of the blooms in combination with the purple color of the fantasy really makes them look like a plum smash. So my compliments to the hybridizer for giving this variety such a clever name. Let's zoom out a little bit and look at the whole plant a little bit more. So it's rather a prolific bloomer, I would say, for the first bloom. Each stem has about 5 buds. Some of them have more buds. 6, I think, is the number of the most buds on one stalk. So it's very impressive. It blooms profusely, I would say, for the first blooming cycle. The flowers are not really large. They're about 1.5 inches in diameter. So if we measure them, here they are. So you can see the size of them. And in comparison to a dime coin, here's the comparison. So they're not too large, but they're also not too small. I would say they're very good sized flowers. This variety is growing under a combination of LED lights and natural light on the east-facing window in my home, with temperatures in the range of 70s and 80s and humidity around 50%. As the temperature rises here in the summer well above 80s, I try keeping my AC set at 79 degrees Fahrenheit. I know it's still a little bit high, but I'm just trying to be, considering the electricity use and the environment, impact on the environment, I'm trying to be cognizant of that. So 79 degrees, so far so good. I will see how it, if the plants feel unhappy or look unhappy, then I'll probably lower the temperature down to 75. I also keep all of my plant stands under a fan running 24/7 to prevent mildew from happening. And sometimes when you have higher humidity levels, the environment is prone to mildew. So I'm trying to keep the fans running all the time. I grow this plant on a wick, just like all of my other plants. And for the wicking liquid, I use the water, just regular tap water that I let stand for about 3 to 4 days to make sure that the chlorine evaporates. And then I add some balanced fertilizer with the equal ratio of NPK, or nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And as far as the potting mix, I still experimenting. Do make my own potting mix for the wicking system that I use. It's soilless. It has some peat moss, some perlite, a little bit of vermiculite I started adding lately because I've read about the benefits of vermiculite for your violets. And some other additives. So I will definitely, once I've mastered my potting mix to perfection or close to perfection, nothing is perfect as we know, I will make a separate video talking about the ingredients that I use for my own potting mix. But for now, here it is. Again, Kay's Summer Plum Smash by Hajner. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy growing this violet and having it in my collection. I believe it's very, very beautiful. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of my African Violet Reviews.